On air. Hey, LMAO. On air. Hey, LMAO. No idea where I left this off. And so we'll pick it up. Wow! Big news. Early showings for them to stick the 20th Century Fox logo back in front of the Star Wars movies, which I don't care. For a lot of people, that's prime Star Wars there. It's just not the same. And of course, when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds who love Jar Jar and Anakin. Oh, that kid. He's always doing something. So they probably don't even know what that significance of that is, but it's kind of a big deal. And frankly, we better get a original trilogy Blu-ray series out of this, or set. I think all blocks to that happening have been removed for good. So yes, I would like the remastered, original, no special edition Star Wars films 4, 5, and 6 on Blu-ray. And if I don't get them, then I don't know what we gotta do. Who are we gonna buy now? It's kind of nice just having Disney have control of these things. It's like having a rich boyfriend. It's like, can you get that for me? Okay. Oh, he bought me this. He bought me that. Or a rich girlfriend. trying to discriminate. I have no idea who this character is that I'm playing. He must be one of the raid guys. That got no lines. In Force Awakens. Ooh, quick bow. Of course, the really big news today is that Disney has acquired Fox, or completed its acquisition. Actually, hasn't completed crap. It's all got to go through the courts. It's going to happen for over $50 billion, which, you know, I could probably find with the couch cushions if I looked around a little. But if it's good for them, that's what they want, fine. And clearly it's got a lot of ramifications for the entertainment world, as we know. Good or bad? It's still being debated. We'll have to see. Personally, well, it's just not just me, but you know, I think that, and a lot of people agree, that it's motivated by Disney trying to stay ahead of, you know, what they see as the new climate, what they see rightly as the new climate. And I don't just mean net neutrality going the way of the dodo, or I should say maybe the Victrola, but that is part of it. But they, you know, in their statement after the deal, specifically called out that, well, they didn't call out, you know, their own corporate greed, but they called out the fact that this is an attempt to consolidate their portfolio and make more acquisitions to compete against streaming companies, calling out Google and Amazon in particular, who made a lot of gains recently, but I don't think that they would think or agree that they have mastered the telecommunications sphere.
I think I see something.
It's kind of like, well, it's like the U.S. military. It's like we need tanks that can, you know, break into your house and kill you when you're sleeping, because the other guys are going to get them. No other guy will ever have what we have in the military, and so Disney's studios are attempting to sort of get ahead of that by saying, well, let's just cut out the literal middleman. We will create things. We will fund or own studios, and we will also own the distribution arm. And then it's all ours. And so it's very, you know, this combined with the news of the FCC getting rid of, or intending to get rid of net neutrality restrictions, it's just, it's worrying. I mean, none of us can tell what this strange digital future is going to look like, but there be Rathtars there. It's something that we need to worry about. That being said, hey, Wolverine can fight the Hulk now, so that's cool. It's, you know, I mean, it's tempting, and it's not a temptation I'm going to resist. I'm going to do it right now. But it's tempting to think about what the implications of this would be. You know, I already mentioned the X-Men will definitely be encountering the Avengers soon. And by soon, I mean, how quick can you make a movie? You know, a year and a half, 2 years. So it might not be that fast because this deal, it's estimated, won't even be completed for another 18 months or so. And that is assuming that the regular bumps are there, but there are no direct legal challenges. And you'd have to imagine that that's something that Disney is definitely concerned about. The FCC or the Trade Commission did shoot down that AT&T merger a while back. Not even a while back, like earlier this year, because they were worried about competition or non-competition. And so it makes you think, well, this is not, I mean, it's comparable. It's not quite as big of a deal, but it's still in the same money range. Would they shut this down? Are they concerned about it's one thing to be controlling, what it is to tell the phone and call their, wizened old grandma or not, but does it matter to them that one company is going to control all the movies and all the Disney princess characters? I don't know. I mean, when it reaches down into what I was saying before, actually controlling cable companies and controlling distribution and broadband, because these same companies that you watch Sons of Anarchy on, also you pay them to go online to email your wizened grandmother. So everything is just this is the lie of the whole thing, is that all they talk about is like open market and competition, and all they're doing is just handing every single thing over to huge companies that are neither good nor bad. It's the focus of a company, of an organization, to control a market and to make money. Bill Gates didn't get rich by writing checks. So, yeah, but Wolverine though, oh boy, Wolverine. Fighting the Hulk, so cool. I'd have to imagine that even now, Kevin Feige or whoever, the people at Marvel Creative, they definitely had a file marked "Do not open" until Fox deal goes through, that they've been adding to for years. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that file. I mean, you can definitely put sly nods into things, and they've already done that to a degree by having things like, I don't know, the Watcher appear or something, or apparently they can use scrolls, which was always legal, but certainly is connected to the Fantastic Four and the properties that Fox owns. So, I predict that you'll see connections, you'll see things that have a plausible deniability. We'll talk about, there's all kinds of new things, metahumans and mutated people, and you'll get like mentions of stuff like that with nothing definite until it looks like it's pretty much good to go, and then, yeah, I don't know, you'll have an after credits thing where you hear a snicked sound or something like that. That being said, I am probably the most excited about the acquisition of the Fantastic Four property, which, like him or hate him, the X-Men films are, they're doing fine. So it's not like Fox really was hurting there, but everybody agrees that it's just garbage. The Fantastic Four films are garbage, which is too bad, because it seems like the easiest thing in my mind that you can make something out of into a property, and Disney has already proved that with the Incredibles, and they will be proving it again before we even see another Fantastic Four movie still. So I'm hoping for a Fantastic Four film. That is something that you'll definitely want to incorporate into the larger Marvel structure at some point. But much like something like a Doctor Strange, I think it would also operate really well on its own. You don't have to have them meet the Avengers or whatever. It doesn't, at least not initially, it doesn't matter. So if I was them, and I'm sure they, like I said, I'm sure they're already doing this, but I would start working on that immediately. Or at least take, so yeah, well, Fox was working on that, like, Fantastic Four Kids movie, weren't they? So take whatever they've been working on, fine. If it sucks, throw it away. If it works, use part of it, and just get something. Don't start shooting. Don't start cutting the sandwiches at craft services yet, but be ready to pull the trigger as soon as it looks like everything's going to work out and this is going to be fine. And it's not all, different kingdoms and fiefdoms that can't connect. Looks like Sony co-producing something with Marvel, and reportedly Marvel did the lion's share of the work. And Sony distributed Homecoming, but just get in a situation where maybe you could work on the movie, you could basically have it done. You could shoot it, and then if the thing falls apart, you just do like a co-financing or co-distribution type deal, and we get Fox releasing an actually good movie, a Fantastic Four movie, and I don't know, at least we get that. But yeah, it's all sort of pie in the sky up to this point. I read somewhere, and I'm starting. I won't shame them, but I read on a certain site, and I'm starting to trust this site less and less. But a couple days ago, or maybe last week, when the talk of this started up again, they made they were starting to sort of make noise about the fact that, well, you know, guys, Fox has like the distribution rights, but they don't actually have the production rights to
As long as it's not for us, I don't mind.
to Fantastic Four movies because it's Constantine Films. And technically, they're right. There's a long, long, boring-ass story about the way that Marvel basically had to like prostitute all of its properties out in like the 90s when they were going bankrupt. And one of the things they did was they sold Fantastic Four to this company, Constantine Films, and so they make the movie, but it's distributed by Fox, or they own the rights. And so this site said, well, that probably won't be included in the deal. Well, whether that's right or wrong, nobody's told Bob Iger, because he's just saying, yeah, we've got the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. So that's I'd assume he knows what he's talking about. And the kind of money that that we're talking about on the Constantine Film side, it doesn't match up to this Disney money. I mean, even if they find out that, oops, we were wrong, it wasn't in there, they just go, okay, open your wallet. Yeah, okay, is this enough? Okay, got it, good. So yeah, I would say I'm looking forward to a standalone Fantastic Four movie 2020. And we're probably looking at I don't know, they said they like to take their time, so maybe like an Avengers X-Men movie 2021 or so? Depends on if they really want to build up to it. I assume they will, because it's worked so well for them, but maybe they want to rush into it and just, call Avengers 5, which, will be coming out in 2020 or 2021. I guess it works out anyway. Avengers vs. X-Men. And then you have them, I don't know, show up in Doctor Strange 2 or something. Boy, these mutants are so strange. Kind of like the way that Civil War was supposed to be a Captain America movie, but turned into a Civil War movie. As far as the whole net neutrality issue goes, and I'm sure you've heard this from all outlets, but you're going to hear it here too, because it's important to us as well. You don't have to take it lying down. These were regulations that were never set in stone, especially not when they can be dissolved by a 3-2 party line vote from FCC officers. So it's time to do legislation on this, and whatever AstroTurf supporters of, or anti-net neutrality supporters came up with or showed, as far as, 100 Republican senators signed a thing, like anybody knows what they're signing, and like they're not all in the pocket of some special interest. We have power still as a constituency, so now's the time to call your senator, and I don't have to tell you how to do that, because there are plenty of websites that tell you how to do it. Call your local representative and let them know how you feel. You're not going to put up with this shit anymore. And when that happens, then we can get legislation in front of Congress, which this is one of those things where it's like, oh, let's do this, it won't be a big deal. And you do it, and it's like, oh my God, why did we do that? And the next time you get an opportunity to do it, you go, okay, guys, we're not doing it this time. I think that's what will happen. Hopefully we can get things going for the next Senate session before any company has any chance to really put any policies into place that take advantage of this. Because it's not like, it wasn't like we were going to get, it was going to be announced that it's repealed, and then immediately, Netflix is going to cost you another $15 on your Comcast service or something. It was never going to go that quick. But it'll go, eventually. Things will start happening. There will be legal challenges to this, as well there should. And the particular merits of them, may or may not be effective, but it's, you know, we don't have a lot of time here. Like, eventually this is going to start affecting you, and you're not going to be happy. I heard somebody say today that it'll start slow. It'll start like you're not being inconvenienced. You know, you'll get, if you are a Comcast subscriber or something, you'll get like an ad like, "Hey gamers, want to add some extra juice to your gamer juice? $7.99 gets you the gamer pack." That means you get that extra edge for the thing of the deal. What that really means is, if you don't use the gamer pack, you're gonna be slowed down. You're not gonna have the same speeds as other people. Which, you know, that's gonna appeal to gamers because speed is everything when you're a gamer. I guess, I don't know. I like to keep speed.
The Raptor! Try and blow one of the locks on its cage! Let's see if letting a Raptor loose helps us out.
You love them Rathars, huh? Always Ratharing. This is what...
one problem and created a new one. That thing escaped and we're bantha-fired. Jump!
Who wants a Rathar? What is this for? They're capturing these things. For a seller, there must be a buyer. They seem just impractically dangerous. Someone said, Rancor, better. Got him!
Yeah, you really gotta watch out for the tentacles.
Oh, whoa! What else? Here's something else. I never thought that I'd say this, although I think if history has taught us anything, don't start anymore in Asia, but also, don't doubt James Cameron, man. They doubted him when this Avatar thing came out. You're crazy. What is this stupid thing you're doing? It made $1 billion. And then we all laughed. We're like, okay. We all went a little crazy. I guess we really like cats, so Big Blue Cat's even better. But like 6 more films, and it's underwater, and then the Pandora theme park, like at Disney World. That kind of knows what he's doing. Guess who owns Pandora now? Yeah, Disney does. That's right. And so that means that, you know, whatever, I mean, he's smart enough to know that producing is, you know, just as important as directing, if not more. So it doesn't mean that he's going to direct every one of these dumb films. He can hand it off now to a corporate parent that has the money and the talent to make this dumb blue cat thing idea that he had eternal. It'll never go away now. Now you'll get a, you know, Disney XD network cartoon, Pandora Adventures. They're doing stuff. You got Lil Pandoras. What are they called? Lil Navi. Merchandising. You know, Funko Pops, plushies, materials of Disney Princess. And suddenly Disney doesn't look so dumb for creating the Pandora Park. In fact, it almost kind of seems colludey to me. But, you know, it's just business. So that guy, man, he's still smart. Doesn't know a lot about women, but smart guy. And it could be for the best, because I think I'm with you, even though I can't hear you, but I know that you agree with me that it was kind of a one-off. It was kind of a fluke. You know, pretty and all, but where can you go with Avatar? And Disney has proved that they can go anywhere with anything. Hunchback of Notre Dame. This time, Quasimodo gets a girlfriend. She's got a gammy leg or something like that, so it's okay.
About time you showed up.
So, yeah, I look forward
Now we
to
just
our
need
Navi
2 more.
overlords.
Do they all have to be alive?
Let him die. Oh, he's still alive. Yeah, I love the implication that I used to have a bigger crew. 'Cause the Raftars ate them all. Alright. Well, that beats paying them. I don't really keep up on Star Wars fiction, so I don't know if it's happened yet or not, but I'd read a Han Solo Old Guy Smuggler book. Must have had some adventures. Like, what got him into... Because it just seems like Rathtar smuggling seems like the child pornographer of the Star Wars galaxy. Like, everybody's like, ooh, so no, don't... Rathtar smuggling? Don't get into that. So what drove Han to that point? That's what I want to know. You go through all this trouble. You gotta pay off this price on your head from Jabba. You're a dead man. You get the money. It's a 1 in a million thing. You have an opportunity to meet a princess, save her, destroy a space station that's gonna threaten the galaxy. Get reward. You even stick around a little while longer. Help out. Become a general. It's got to be good for something. Speaking engagements. I don't know. Good parking spot, probably. And then you go off. Oh, and then, oh, by the way, and the guy that you owe money to, you just kill him. You kill him. You blow up his entire organization. His vice president, the treasurer, his pet monkey, lizard, all dead. So, dead erased. Fast forward 30 years. Child pornographer. What happened? What happened, man? So I want to get that story. I got a few predictions for what's going to happen in Star Wars The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi? I feel like they wanted to end it in a question mark, but you can't do that. Movies that end in question marks do not succeed. Everyone knows that. Okay, I gotta shut up. Figure out how where I can go here. On air. Hey, LMAO. No idea where I left this off. And so I'll pick it up. Wow! Big news. Early showings for them to stick the 20th Century Fox logo back in front of the Star Wars movies, which I don't care. For a lot of people, that's prime Star Wars there. It's just not the same. And of course, when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds who love Jar Jar and Anakin. Oh, that kid. He's always doing something. So they probably don't even know what that significance of that is, but it's kind of a big deal. And frankly, we better get a original trilogy Blu-ray series out of this, or set. I think all blocks to that happening have been removed for good. So yes, I would like the remastered, original, no special edition Star Wars films 4, 5, and 6 on Blu-ray. And if I don't get them, then I don't know what we gotta do. Who are we gonna buy now? It's kind of nice just having Disney have control of these things. It's like having a rich boyfriend. It's like, can you get that for me? Okay. Oh, he bought me this. He bought me that. Or a rich girlfriend. Not trying to discriminate. I have no idea who this character is that I'm playing. He must be one of the raid guys. That got no lines. In Force Awakens. Ooh, quick bow. Of course, the really big news today is that Disney has acquired Fox, or completed its acquisition. Actually, hasn't completed crap. It's all got to go through the courts. It's going to happen for over $50 billion, which, I could probably find the couch cushions if I looked around a little. But if it's good for them, that's what they want, fine. And clearly it's got a lot of ramifications for the entertainment world, as we know. Good or bad? It's still being debated. We'll have to see. Personally, well, it's just not just me, but I think that a lot of people agree that it's motivated by Disney trying to stay ahead of what they see as the new climate, what they see rightly as the new climate. And I don't just mean net neutrality going the way of the dodo, or I should say maybe the Victrola, but that is part of it. But they, in their statement after the deal, specifically called out that, well, they didn't call out, their own corporate greed, but they called out the fact that this is an attempt to consolidate their portfolio and make more acquisitions to compete against streaming companies, calling out Google and Amazon in particular, who made a lot of gains recently, but I don't think that they would think or agree that they have mastered the telecommunications sphere.
I think I see something.
It's kind of like, well, it's like the U.S. military. It's like we need tanks that can, break into your house and kill you when you're sleeping, because the other guys are going to get them. No other guy will ever have what we have in the military, and so Disney's. Yeah. Okay, all right, okay. What else? I bet that I think I'm probably not gonna like the new character, Rose or whatever, and I don't think I'm gonna like Finn in this one either. I don't think that they know what to do with those characters. Um, you know, they know they're supposed to be kind of goofy and not serious like the other characters, and I totally believe that you need that. You can't just have. That's why the droids work so good in the original trilogy. You can't just have Luke being all serious and having to fight his father and stuff like that. You know, you need fun and distraction, which is what Rogue One, needed and didn't have. And so, that's fun. Horror out of hell.
I do hope he will be all right.
Oh, he'll be fine. And so whatever their little mission is, will be nominally serious, but it'll be them like goofing around and, doing Luke and Han on the Death Star stuff. Again, totally worked, but I don't know if they can pull it off. And then, without anybody, with it making no sense at all, like it'll all go wrong. Like stuff will start blowing up, and then suddenly it'll get super dark, and traitor! He'll fight Phasma or something like that. He'll almost die. Maybe the Rose will die, and it'll be like, wait, I thought this was the fun part of the movie. What happened? It's the middle chapter. It's got to be horrible, depressing. And I don't know. I guess if I had to say, and if nothing's riding on it, no money or no prestige or whatever, I guess I'd have to say that I don't.
I'm not stepping in there either. Do you think we can drain it?
Yes, we should have an access. I don't think that. I think there will be it will end in a big cliffhanger. Because it has to. It's the third one, or the second one.
Maybe the Gonk droid could help.
Gonk droid. You're on for the third one, no matter what. You'll be there. So here's your chance. You can end it however you want. And did I do it wrong? I don't know what I'm doing. Got it. No, I don't got it. So here's where you end it, and it seems to be teasing that. Oh, maybe Rey is going to turn to the dark side. I don't think so. I mean, they're not going to. They're asking people to swallow a lot. They do that, aren't they? I think they'll tease it. I think that part will come in the middle or sort of near the end.
I suspect that you
and so that's how she'll get to Snoke, but it's a ploy. Maybe it doesn't start off as a ploy, but anyway, it's how they get her to Snoke so she can, like, kill him or defeat him or whatever. And I think that the finale will involve him capturing her, and she will remain captured, until the third film. Sort of like Han Solo getting frozen in carbonite. And what happens to her? I don't know. Maybe they'll hold on to her, try to kill her, interrogate her. Maybe this is part of their, like, we're gonna, psychologically, like, torture her and try to get her to join the First Order or the dark side. That's what I think that they'll do. And we'll end the movie with our New Hope, Rey being in the clutches of, what is he? FCC, FCC head, Lord Snoke. And that's bad news. And then the fate of Luke? I don't know. I've been completely dark on all social media for the last couple of days, just trying to avoid anything, but I've already seen, like, people talking about Luke this and Luke that, so something's gonna happen to Luke. He's not just gonna go, oh, well, there you go, and just walk off into the sunset. Something's gonna happen there. Just don't screw it up. Please don't screw it up. VCK. VCK, everybody. These guys are dangerous. Why do droids seem to have no restrictions? Like, there's literally a thing, restraining bolt or whatever that you can put on them. But if you didn't have that, a droid is just, you come home from work early and, your wife's with a droid. I'm programmed in over 6 million form. Yeah, forget it. So, let's see. Shoot something. Shooters. You can shoot. Shoot it! Boop. Nope. Why did we bring you? Fire guide. Yeah, it's very dangerous. Boom. Alright, big guy. Oh!
It got me.
This is it. This is where he loses the arm.
I've got you.
That's canon. It probably is canon. It's not even a joke.
Safe at last.
I was...
Not all of us.
Yeah. T2 reference. I was making a joke to somebody the other day, like what the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars was, and it was that, and forgive me, you have to know a little bit about both Star Wars and Star Trek. If you're listening to this, I assume you do.
You used to be on our side.
Is the idea that
Admit, I do find that a
Star
troubling possibility.
Wars have to aggressively explain everything, and it's supposed to be the escapist one, and Star Trek is supposed to be the one that's concerned with heavy themes, and yet
I don't have any
they just play fast and loose, and a lot of times they're just trying to have fun with stuff.
Maybe again in the future.
And the example that I came up with was the actor Rene Auberjonois,
Look, another escape
who
pod. There may be a
you'd never heard
survivor
of,
inside.
but
I'm
you'd
not
know him right
detecting
away
the
if
power
you saw
signature
him.
from it. Their
He
supply
was on
may have
Benson.
failed.
Depends on how
It's
old
a
you
good
are.
thing we brought a
But he
giant
was,
walking battery with us then,
Odo on Deep Space Nine. Played Odo for 7 years, the whole show. And he was also before that in Star Trek VI, where he plays an admiral. It's not a big part. It's important to the film itself, but he doesn't really appear. He appears on screen in like 1 or 2 scenes. And if this was a Star Wars property, and he was in 2 different roles in 2 different movies, there would be an entire comic series. There would be a 5-book pentology explaining how that was the same character, he traveled back in time, or something like that, or he was like, actually he is the older brother of another character and he's part changeling, but his human blood allows him to, and he joined the Starfleet in order to do this, and it would be a whole thing. The guy would show up on Clone Wars, or he'd be in Rebels or something like that, and it'd be all because the production company just hired this guy twice. Meanwhile, in Star Trek, it's like, he's a different guy. This is a different, he's a good actor. We'll run him back. What do he wants to do? I'm going to sit here and try to tell a story about how, like, Odo got trapped in a time warp, and he found himself in the middle of the signing of the treaty between the Klingons and the Federation, but he knew that he has a changeling. They hadn't discovered him yet, and changelings. So he had to make a face, but he couldn't get the nose right, so he put a mustache under it so nobody would notice. It's just so stupid. It's a different actor. Get over it. You gotta Terrence Howard that shit, man. Terrence Howard wants too much money? Don Cheadle, congratulations. You're the new roadie. Nobody blinked an eye. Of course, that was Disney, too. What is going on here? I've made a huge mistake. Punch that. Build that. Gah! See, now you screwed up. I sent you up there, and you effed it up. So get out of there. Try this again. They have this whole, multiple build sites thing. What? I'm not a fan. It slows the gameplay down. I don't care. This is a game for children. I play it to not think. So why are you going to put me in a situation where I've got to go, well, do I do that first or do I do this first? Don't move. Alright. Alright, Gunk, do your filthy business. He's not making the right sound. We still have to write a book explaining how he's... Oh, now he's making the right sound. Cancel the book. Got it. Oh, we've started a nuclear war. Oh my. Ah! Come on, Gunk. Take a move. You got him. You got him where you want him.
Empty. It must have launched.
It's funny that they die because they're
Quite
droids.
empty. More of that oily tar. We'll have to drain it again.
None of us jump. That's an oh, yeah. So now what? Oh, there's a ramp. I'm a real lateral thinker. Yay. Stranded up there. Jerk off. Alright, last one. Time is now. Draining it. Draining the swamp. Now that I think about it, I put no spoilers in the description of this, but I should have put spoilers. I'd have 100 people watching this. I would definitely, yeah, I haven't seen the film yet. I'm going to see it in a little bit, but I would get the film spoilered to death. But a lot of people will be watching my stream. It'd just be like fake spoilers. Be like, oh, Finn, you know, he's having trouble paying off his student loans. Rey can't get pregnant. There are a lot of spoilers. Luke is for getting rid of net neutrality. The Jedi thing, it's weird. It's like they don't bend on that issue. It's been explained to him. Don't bother. Snoke has 6 fingers on each foot. Why do hearts help droids? Keep playing. Whoops. He got it. Got it. TKD? Let's see, what else?
It seems we will have to combine our efforts in order to relocate this.
You two with 2 arms. Let's do this. That was a weirdly atmospheric moment.
Acid rain.
Oh,
no.
acid rain. Bad
Get out
news.
there,
I think I see an intact TIE fighter in the distance. We could use its communicator.
I can scan to see if there is anything useful.
Do that. None of us are in the sequel, are we? No, you are. This guy. He is our Darth Vader.
Just the 2 of us now. Those droids may have technically been my enemies, but they saved me. I hate losing them to this planet.
On that, I heartily concur.
We have emotions. It's strange. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna make a guy? What's going on? What are we doing? What, is this a guy? Right. Answers revealed. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, oof. Remember, this is a game for children. So, we gotta make a trooper. Yeah, so we can get in the TIE fighter. There you go. You guys need better
More
antivirus.
cover. We're getting closer.
As a droid, I value currency.
Need to get to that ship without being melted. So we must construct additional protection from the vile precipitation.
Haha, fun! Nothing in this world makes sense. Enjoy it. Let's go. Oh, alright, well, I gotta bone out because I am actually going to a screening of The Last Jedi in just a little bit. So maybe I'll go,
I think that one's for you, C-3PO.
little moment or two here. Ah! Come on, yeah. Tell me I can't do it.
We must transmit the distress signal post-haste. I do believe all that exertion has worn down my secondary power cell.
Uh-oh.
You cannot go out in that rain. This is
Droid
madness.
face turn.
You are sacrificing yourself.
Which makes you even more human, and you're still owned by people. Metaphor? That's fine.
My goodness. The corrosive precipitation has stripped your
Oh, that
paintwork
is how
back
he
to the
gets his
primer.
arm.
I'm afraid it's done more than that. The distress signal has been sent. Your friends will be on their way. And your other friend, Akbar. He is on a ship in the Pakora sector. It seems you did succeed in your mission after all.
I'll always remember him
Thank God the distress
by taking his
call.
arm.
Over here! Over here!
Why's your arm all messed up?
Come on, let's get you out of here, 3PO.
Master Poe! I knew the General would send the Resistance's best pilot to save me.
Thanks, but actually I was the only pilot in the area.
This? It's my new arm. I don't like it, to be honest. But it was a gift from a friend.
Yeah.
I'm still here, you know.
Yeah.
I have, however, learned where Admiral Akbar is being held.
Great! We can get him before Kylo Ren does.
Okay. And this leads into the Lego shorts. They go rescue Admiral Akbar. What? Alright, well, anyway, the Phantom Limb. Should have seen that one coming. That's it. Like I said, well, I haven't said yet. We have a review of Star Wars The Last Jedi coming up on our next show this weekend. So tune in for that. Well, maybe some spoilers, but we'll, talk no spoilers at first. To get that out of the way, then we'll talk spoilers. So tune in for that. Also, we are reading Dr. Aphra, which is one of the new, by new I mean a couple of years old, but new Star Wars Marvel series. We read issues 1 through 6, and we'll be talking about that on our segment Comic Book Club. So check that out. In the meantime, I will be posting sort of like my thoughts, written review on our blog about Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So if you want to see that, you can go to justenoughtrope.com. And in the meantime, check out our social media pages at justenoughtrope.com on Facebook and at justenoughtrope on Twitter. And that's it. Signing off. Keep the geek fires burning.